Right up top in our newscast, let's tell you who won in yesterday's county general election. Incumbents from two major offices win by big margins. Brandon Parton keeps his seat as property assessor, while Dennis Potter wins a third straight term for road superintendent. In the school board races, Danny Wilson outpaced incumbent David Lynch to claim the 1st District School Board post, while Homer Rutherford is re-elected for a 5th term in a row as school board member in the 2nd District. Johnny Burge in the 3rd and Mike Orrick in the 4th claimed large complementary vote re-election wins as the pair was unopposed. J.L. Sarge Collins returns to serve as the 5th District School Board member. There was a position to be filled on the County Commission in the 3rd District, with Wendell Bailey being elected to finish the remaining 2 years of the retiring Melvin Boshear's term. Now you know the winners. Here's a rundown of all the individual votes from yesterday. For starters, the total vote was 6,680 out of 22,756 total active Campbell County voters. Here's how the numbers shape up. For property assessor, Clark Ford, 601, Tony Kitts, 2,077, and Brandon Parton wins with 3,758. In the road superintendent's race, James Scott Evans has 2,112 votes. Dennis Potter wins the road superintendent's job back with 4,386. Potter led the ballot for the evening, gaining almost 67% of the vote. Elsewhere in the school board races in District 1, challenger Danny Wilson polled 757 votes, with incumbent David Lynch ending up with 540 votes. 2nd District numbers are 380 for Clifford Butch Colmeyer, while incumbent Homer Rutherford picks up 676 votes. 3rd District incumbent Johnny Burge received 906 complimentary votes. Mike Orrick is the unopposed 4th District School Board member and earned 1,104 complimentary votes. And in the 5th District, J.L. Sarge Collins remains in office, as his total of 818 votes put him ahead of his challenger, Elsie Bates Crawford, who scored 517 votes. And in the other local race for 3rd District County Commission, 3 candidates going for the job. Wendell Bailey, the winner, ended up with 686 votes, while Virgil Kidwell tallies 61, and the current 3rd District office holder, Scott Stanfield, finishes with 502. All these totals, as well as the entire total Campbell County vote for local, state, and federal offices, are found on our web channel, 1450WLAF.com. A second lane reopens on I-75 South here in Campbell County. Mark Nagai, Community Relations Officer with the Tennessee Department of Transportation, says TDOT has reopened a second lane on I-75 in the area where a landslide first occurred near mile marker 143 back on March the 8th. Nagai goes on to say that while work continues, starting on Monday, August 6th, one lane of I-75 North will be required to be closed on Monday mornings and afternoons. However, it will be restored to 2 lanes nightly and on weekends. All work at the I-75 landslide repair project is expected to be finished the week of August 13th. This project originally had a completion date of September 28th. Brother Don Allen celebrates his 15th year here on WLAF Radio and TV. It was the first week of August, way back in 1997, when the man who dresses so sharp made his debut on local TV.
Well, Jim, to me, the television, it brings you closer to people. You can relate with them, and they can see you. And I see people all the time that they know me because they see me on television, and I just thinking, and I told Bill, I said, Jim's the one that got me started. I remember that Saturday morning, that first Saturday morning when we started this, and that 15 years ago will be this coming Saturday, August the first Saturday. So, and I'm thankful, and I like this kind of ministry. I think it reaches a lot of people, the radio and the TV, and we just appreciate, I know all the preachers does it, gets to come on in the morning devotion, that the station here gives us that free time to get the Word of God out, and you know, to be a comfort to people. And a lot of people, this is the only church they have, and is getting to watch the telecast, and they're shut in, or they're in the nursing homes or hospitals, and so it's just wonderful to have this privilege. And as I mentioned to you, back when I first started preaching, it's 1966, 67, me and Brother Eldon Hudson, which we called him Dugan, was up on had a radio broadcast up here. And then when I was pastor at Red Ash for about 13 years, I was on the radio because this is just one ministry that I always thought that was real necessary, and I felt that God wanted me to be in this ministry. Not that I've got that good of vocabulary or anything like that, but I felt that that's what God would have me to do. And then when they started the green screen, and then started having preachers to come on, I guess Brother Duncan came on before I did, but then I come up and talk with you, and you got me started, and so I've been on ever since. And I was pastor at the Little White Oak Baptist Church when it first started, and they couldn't pick it up, but I asked the church, I said, if they would take, I wanted to start an hour, if they would take and pay 30 minutes of it, and I'd pay the other 30 minutes to get started, and I asked them to take it on for a year. So they did, but and so the first Saturday they gave me money, and I paid my part, and from then on, with the help of God, people's been supporting the telecast, and I appreciate everyone that's helped us to be on these years and to get the gospel out, and we just hope that if we just one soul was saved, you wouldn't have no price to put on it, because the Bible said, if you gain the whole world and lose your soul, what would you give in exchange? So, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And I told people, I said, now, if you're my critic and you don't like me, then you can blame Jim Freeman. He's the one that got me started. But I've made a lot of friends, and I guess I've made a lot of enemies. Not that I wanted to, because I say this, that I can lay my arm around anyone and say, let's go to heaven together. And so that's, I wanted to get the gospel out, the Word of God, and that's still my desire as long as I'm living. I want to be able to get the gospel out to people. When I first started, my hair was a little different color, but I'm thankful for the privilege that you've given us, and I think that you do a real good job up here at the station.
Don Allen's live telecast may be seen on Fridays at 7 p.m. and on Saturday mornings at 10 on WLAF TV 12. And now, Don's program and all other programs are televised over Channel 12 cable and by 1450 WLAF.com. The Tennessee Department of Transportation announced yesterday that the Campbell County Airport will receive a $378,284 federal and state grant. Bert Loop tells WLAF that there are two main projects which will be done with the grant. The first is a drainage project alongside the runway, and the other is an update for future planning, which is updated every 10 years. The Campbell County Airport is one of 6 to receive the grant. The Campbell County Sheriff's Department, along with other sponsors, will be at Caryville Elementary School tomorrow, Saturday, August 4th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to give a school supply bag to each elementary school-age student while supplies last. And don't forget, this is tax-free weekend, which runs through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Check out our website for a complete list of just what is tax-free. That's at 1450WLAF.com. And that's our news for this Friday. We'll be right back with a press release from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department. And taking a look at the press release from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department, 11 people have been booked into the jail in the past 24 hours. Ricky Lynn Bailey, 28, of Pleasant Ridge Road, La Follette, for public intoxication. 37-year-old Jamie Hembry of Cowan Lane in La Follette on a capious bench warrant. Charles Cecil King, 41, of South Main Street, Jellicoe, for public intoxication. 27-year-old Natasha Dawn Lane of Clear Lake Drive in Jacksboro for DUI, possession of drug paraphernalia, violation of the implied consent law, failure to maintain control of a vehicle, and violation of the seatbelt law. Joseph James Lloyd, 29, of West Chestnut Street, La Follette, on a capious bench warrant and violation of probation. 31-year-old Marcus Allen Nash of South 8th Street, La Follette, was picked up and held for Anderson County. David Wayne Norris, age 40, of North 5th Street, La Follette, for introduction of contraband into a penal facility and public intoxication. 20-year-old Justin Scott Reynolds of South 11th Street, La Follette, for underage consumption of alcohol. 42-year-old Carl Ed Rogers Jr. of Old Jacksboro Highway, La Follette, for DUI, failure to maintain control of a vehicle. Michael K. Wilson, 23, of East Beach Street, La Follette, for public intoxication. And last today, 48-year-old Leroy Allen York of Springview Drive, La Follette, for public intoxication. And that's our end of the week newscast here on this August 3rd. We thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, will you?
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true.
Happy, happy birthday.
Oh,
This is your birthday song.
Celebration all night long.
May all you
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to WLAF News at 5:30. I'm Lori Leach. It's time now to announce birthdays and anniversaries for this Friday afternoon. It's all brought to you by Eastside Pizza and Deli, located in the Food Line Shopping Center. We would like to wish a very happy birthday to Caleb Morris, who's turning 6 years old today, Barbara Cordell, Roberta Branham, Zachary Hill, Kyle Brock, who's turning 16 years old today, and Bobby Summers, who is the winner of the Dinner for Two from Eastside Pizza and Deli. The couples celebrating their wedding anniversary today are Bonnie and Joe Allen, celebrating their 63rd wedding anniversary, Carl and Barbara Richards celebrating their 42nd wedding anniversary, and Carl and Becky Reynolds celebrating their 11th wedding anniversary. And the couple who won the Dinner for Two from Eastside Pizza and Deli is Jennifer and Teddy Norman. who celebrated their 14th wedding anniversary. Let us know who's celebrating a birthday or anniversary in your world. Just call us at 562-1450. That's it for birthdays and anniversaries. Thanks for joining us this evening. We invite you to stay tuned. Your news continues after this.